Welcome to the channel, everyone. Model Car Guy Rich here. Hope you all having a fantastic day as always. Today I've got an unboxing of the 1988 Dodge Daytona Shelby Z. It's an MPC kit, 125 scale. Kit number MPC 1009. And this one was released April of 25. So this is a brand new kit. Well, April. Okay. So wow, that's great. I guess that's why I hadn't seen it before. So alrighty, we're going to set you down and get right into this one. That should be good. Alright, here's the back side, in case I didn't show you that. Looks like it has, it doesn't say. So we'll get to that. I'm trying to find out how many parts are in there. Alrighty. This one here says dual carb V8. I believe it says you can build 3 engine options. So we got a dual carb V8, 4-cylinder turbo engine, and an intercooler system. Pretty cool. And it looks like you can build it two different ways. There's a shot of the actual size. Alrighty. Right on top we've got the chrome. It's been a while since I've done an unboxing, guys. I'm a little out of practice here. Bear with me. So we get 2 different wheel options. These are cool. I remember these being like the stock rims. And this 4-spoke rim here. It's kind of neat. Okay, so that's the 4-spoker there, and then that's what I remember as the stock one when they came out back in the 80s. I think production on these was 1984 to about 1993, so a good 9-year run. Here's some side pipes. I believe these are, let's see that engine again. Yeah, these are the air cleaners for the dual carb setup. Here's the dual carbs, nice big ones there. Some Moroso valve covers, part of the intercooler. These look like lights. Don't know where they go. We'll see in the instructions. And some miscellaneous parts here. Here's headlight lenses in chrome. And some more miscellaneous engine parts there. I think that's a alternator right there. Alright. That's kind of nice. I'm really excited about seeing the body. I can't wait to get to that part. Oh, it's funny enough, here it is. First thing I grabbed out after that. Alright. Well, yeah, decent size. Oh, it's got a sunroof. I didn't even catch that. Or, moonroof, most likely, because it doesn't look like it was a slider. It looks like it was just the kind that hinged up in the back or up in the front. I don't remember exactly. Body's kind of nice looking. Obviously the front end is going to be a separate piece. Looks like the bumper is going to stick out pretty far to cover up the piece of the frame under there. Alright, let's go ahead and pull that apart. There we go. Real nice thickness on the body. It sort of reminds me of a Porsche 944 at the moment, with that look. Although it would be down a little more angled down in the front, but whatever. Alright. I like it. I like it. This is known as a 3-door hatchback. Some minor details there on the interior for the engine compartment. Not too bad. It says something up there in real tiny letters, but I can't read it. Alrighty, and here's the chassis, the bottom, floorboards, and all that good stuff. Front frame rails. Kind of a different design. A little bit flashing, no big deal. Minimal detail, but I mean, it's there. Here's the interior tub. Not a whole lot going on in there. Wasn't a lot of room. I think these are actual bottoms of the back seats. Those are tiny. Those are for little people. For small children only, you're going to fit back there comfortably. those back seats are for looks only, apparently. Alright, and here's the glass. It's two pieces. Big hatchback part with side glass, and then the windshield, so you don't get any side windows. Oh, I don't see a clear part for the moonroof here. Hopefully that's in there. And here's the tail panel for the brake lights and that. Some tires. A decent amount of parts in here, for, considering MPC. Usually a little bit lighter on the part count. Goodyear, no, yes. Oh, BF Goodrich, I'm sorry. Why, I haven't seen them in a while. TA radials, it looks like. Yep. Very cool. These were all the rage back in the 80s. This is what every classic car guy and hot rodder wanted on their car. There's the tire tread. Well, I guess if I go in frame there, guys, sorry. Here's the tire tread. Looks like little X's on there. And all four the same size. Alright. And next we have big bag of parts. Alright, here's the hood. This is the louvered hood with the optional cutout on the back that you can do for the blower to do that version there. And I believe that there's also a turbo hood with the bubble in that. Hopefully that's in here. I don't see it yet, but you know, we'll see. Here's some seat backings, inner door panels. A little bit thin, but I mean, it is what it is. Decent detail on them though. Alright, here's the front end right there, reminiscent of the Challenger of the time. And this is the back bumper, which is good and wide. Okay, let's start over here. Fan, I don't know what that is. Number 33, I'll look that up in the instructions. Here's the radiator shroud with the fan cover and that. Fan shroud, I guess that would be. And the radiator. Right here is part of the, it's a front wheel drive vehicle, so this is most likely the CV axles and that. The engine will probably build over that. Here's part of the front suspension, some linkages, shock absorbers. One of those, lower control arms, and the frame part to hold the engine. Catalytic converter and a muffler right there. Exhaust system, firewall, engine halves, which may or may not. Actually, the transmission will wrap around that other part wherever it was. It's not that it doesn't go through the engine; it goes through the trans, and that's right here. I believe those are parts of the transmission. Exhaust manifolds, intake manifold for the dual carb setup, oil pan, pulley and fans, fan belt and pulleys, cooling components for the turbo system, and another axle. So we'll set that one over here. Here's the dashboard, decent looking. Almost lost it. There's steering wheel and shifter handle and the steering column. Wheel backings. So that's all for that part. Now, I gotta remember part number 33. Go through here. Yep, here's the other hood. That's fantastic. Oh, cool. Well, let me do the hood first because I mentioned it. This is the bulge for the turbo coolant stuff and that. Lost for words today, guys. Sorry. Spoiler for the rear. There's another engine variation. Seats. Some. I'm not sure if those are. Well, here's the. What do you call those? Side mirrors. Little headrest, I think. Here's the backs of the seats. They have headrest on it, so I'm not sure about that. Part 90 and 91, so we'll look at that. Oh, here's the roof cover. I always thought it was going to be clear, but it's not. It's just a piece of plastic, so really they could have just left it whole. Would have been nice to see that in a tinted gray or even a red. Would have looked sharp, or chromed glass looking. You know, not an actual chrome piece, but the glass that had like the chrome silvery shiny finish on it. That would have been cool. More engine parts for this particular engine, and then a third engine, which is really cool, with the intercooler stuff and all that. Alright, and then a different front end, which I think is really neat. And these things, not sure what these are, maybe, well, I'm having a loss for words, guys. These things that go here. Fender, spoiler, plastic fairings, whatever you want to call them. That's pretty cool. And that's it for parts. So let me look at the instructions real quick, and I'll do the decals last so that I can remember what parts I'm trying to find here. Not much of a decal. I mean, boy, I'm just having trouble with words today. Not much of a instruction sheet. Nothing, absolutely nothing at all on the vehicle. Prior to starting the video, I looked up this particular car on Wikipedia. Not a whole lot of information on there, just the very basics, talking about wheelbase and what engines were available and that kind of thing. I was hoping for a little bit more information about it. You can look that up on your own if you'd like. So here we're building the engine, the dual carb V8, boom, boom, boom. Here is a 4-cylinder turbo engine with the intercooler. Okay, that's another one. And then the 4-cylinder turbo engine, I guess without the intercooler. That's the other version. So you get 3 separate engines, which I just think is awesome. That alone would be worth the price for this kit if you wanted to put one of these engines in a different vehicle. That's really cool. And that's just my opinion, so whatever. Alright, here's the front axle. It goes with whatever, trapped front axle between 17 and transaxle cover. Okay. Alright, so that's that. There's that. More parts of the engine, putting the radiator together. That the other part was the fan motor, part 33. So here's the fan, and the fan motor's got the little bracket on the back. So that's that one. And the other one was 90 and 91. And I don't even remember what they look like now, but when I see the numbers, I'll remember. Here's your exhaust, sway bar. Oh, it has an optional cell phone. All right, car phone. That's funny. Oh, number 38 is a optional radar detector. Pretty neat. Those were huge back in the day. Here's your windows, your rear glass, tail pieces. So those other parts were the mirrors. Okay. Boom. 2 different hoods. We talked about that. '90 and '91 are the right headlight door and the left headlight door. So they go right on the top. kind of thought that, but wasn't sure. And there's a rear spoiler. I didn't see that. Optional 81 stock rear spoiler. Did you guys see that anywhere? I mean, I seen this one. It says number 36. Is that a front spoiler? Number 81. Oh, here it is right here, guys. Oh, my bad. I didn't even see it. That's the rear spoiler. And I think this one is 36. Is another... Yeah, there it is right there. Okay, so you get two different spoiler options, too. That's very neat. It's pretty impressive for MPC kit. Usually they're pretty basic as far as the builds go. Alright, well that's it for instructions. It's quick and easy. Sorry about the mess I got going on here. Over in the background there you see some cars that are coming up in the unboxing videos. I'll be doing those. All three of them. Let's get into the decals and we'll let you guys get on your way. Alrighty folks, there they are. Oh nice. These are really sharp, guys. You got some dashboard decals over here showing your gauges, some insignias, more dashboard detail like heater control and radio and that kind of thing. A couple of license plates. I almost said flashlights. A couple license plates. Shelby Z. Very cool. Dodge. Those are nice. And some pinstriping like for the mid-body molds. Right here. This stuff here. That's pretty cool. Those are decals for that so you don't have to paint them, which would be just a pain in the butt. Alrighty folks, well that's it for this one. That is the 1988 Dodge Daytona Shelby Z. I want to thank you all so very much for stopping by. Please remember, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help me grow this channel. I do appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next one. Model Car Guy Rich out. Keep on modeling.